Anyways, what is the side street here? Piggy! Give me Piggy! Oh my, there's two of them. Yeah, this pin is useless. Like, why do you even use this? Pam? Wow. We got A. Yen. Nice. Nice. We didn't even get out of that much pay. Got gypped. Piggy sucks.
11 minutes later.
It'd be interesting if we got a penalty if we overate, because that is the case in real life. Anyways, over here. Tipsy Toes Hall. The line was wild. They ran out of pins, but they bought at least one for every voucher they printed. Knowing them, probably not. Sounds like the place is swarming with pin collectors. I wonder if one of them's brought a gun, because apparently pins in this game are as valuable as Pokemon cards. Gonna need to look real hard to find that later, so we can find them. Yes, that's right. We wait in line for I don't know, 3 hours, possibly more, to get a metal thing with a printed thing on top of it. Oi, you, get here. 210 drop rate? Me like it. The best part is, even though we're literally level 1, we're not going to die because we don't take damage. Yep, no damage. Can we increase the difficulty now? I would like to increase the game's difficulty. Yeah, we mastered the volcano pin, which means we can throw it away and not use it ever again. Alright, I thought a game bugged out again. Why can't I increase the difficulty? This game's too easy. Daffy, both. Hit pin? Ducky them. Okay, so apparently you could have 2 team members attacking at the same time by basically spamming both buttons. It's a little harder when you have to hold it though. But yeah, that was way too easy. Can this game be harder, please? Why is it so easy? This is too easy.
Oh, we can. Good luck out there. You did plenty already. Leave the rest to us.
That's no good.
It's like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is way too easy these days. Winner vote is folks who are in line for that pin. Oh, according to the sign, they probably are. Man, there's gotta be like 4 people here. Definitely not 1,000, because this game can't render that many. What is it? All waiting to get, what did it say? Elegant strategy pin. You heard of this thing before? No, I'm not an idiot. I don't spend literally hundreds of dollars on pins. No, I spend them on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Nope, but it must be pretty popular. More importantly, any sign of that player? Right, totally forgot why we were here. Happens a lot. Let's look for him, indeed. Whew, just in time and we would have missed out. Seriously, good thing we lined up at the cafe when we did. You know what? I know, right? Our minds. What about your minds? Uh-oh, looks like they ran out of pins. Wondered if that player ended up getting their hands on one. My life is over, meaning existence. It's not an NPC, dude. You hear something? Good, but happy, right? Yeah, and it's getting louder. Almost as if something's directly behind us. In a kind of a grayscale, a little bit of saturation is gone out. Put you in Photoshop, something like that. Something like that's gonna happen. What is it? Who's there? I don't know, but the saturation gradient scale is slowly getting more saturated. Perhaps simply end it. Knife. I fail to see how my luck could get any worse. God, it's the thing we saw in the commercial. What? Another rabbit? We collided, but how is this possible? Wait, it's you? Dude, you don't think she's... Come to add insult to injury, have you? What? No. Well, this time I came prepared. Wrath! That's what she's going to say next. I'm betting money on that. Close enough.
Let me tell you something, Forever Knights. Nobody's ripping open nothing except wrath.
Wow. It's the fishy water place. Looks like fishy water place.
他人の心の中入ってきてしまった。
Well, her voice is actually pretty similar to the one that I gave her.
今日は全てがうまくいかない。
知らないやつなんてめんどくさい。
君はそれでワイを邪魔したのか。
なんだ、誰が喋ってるんだ。南本さんだけでも嫌ってほど気を使ってんのに、これ以上どうやって気を使えってんだよ。
なんて言い草だ。ワイが君に何をした。勝手に人の趣味を邪魔してワイを追いかけ回し、レガストバッジを手に入れそびれたワイをバカにして。
何これ。しかもこの人なんか勘違いを。
いや、それより何よりエレガントストラテジー、レガストをバカにして。
何かあったらフレットのせいだ。南本さんも適当なこと言って。
さら にそれらは全て人のせいだと。
Yeah, this is why you order online.
俺はずっと
Use
気が乗らなか
TCG
った
player.
悪い状況になっても俺のせいじゃない
Also, don't go for packs, go for singles. Singles is better.
もうそんな声聞きたくないんだ。
Someone doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh!
何が死神ゲームだ。星マイナス200でござる。
That's a big number. That means this
史
game
上
is
最
really
低
good.
評価をつけてしまうわい。かっこいい。反撃だ。
え
Oh yeah, there it is. The thing at the commercial.
頭が痛えダメだ意識が死なないよなやだこんなこれあの時と同じってことは
Return to the past
運命が変え
now!
られる確かあの子
We can change the future!
エレ
I
ガン
can't
ト
do
ストラテ
Shulk's
ジー
accent.
そのグッズがあれば
Yeah, Shulk's accent is too hard for me to do, even though I like doing funny voices. Replaying with Rindo. Yes, we get to replay games. Rindo can return to the past now to revisit previous points in the recent past. The actions you take and information you learn will affect the time frames in which you can return. Keep in mind that certain areas may be off limits when you roll back the clock. Yeah, this game may or may not be super complicated. There may be plot holes. Time travel is very, very hard to get right. Except for Back to the Future. Back to the Future did time travel perfectly. I can change and go back to the past, Tipsy Rose Hall. I better have gotten to keep all of my pins. This is... The line was wild! I ran out of pins! Ring the voucher! Sounds like the place is swarming with pin collectors. But why are you echoing? Because we're in the past, dumb. You're just saying dumb over and over again. Yeah, I know. Haven't I heard this before? Wait, I have heard this before. I must have gone back in time. But how? With the power of the Monado, of course. Chotto. Not so fast, Fred. What's up? Why don't we buy one of those pins? For ourselves? You know I don't play Pin-E-Gi-Oh. Pin-Gi-Oh. Yes, that's right. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh except with pins. Hear me out. There's something fishy about that pin, right? Just saying wouldn't hurt to look into it. And who knows, we might even bump into that new player over here. That's a really good point, actually. Let's get going. Well, that was easier than I thought. Mostly because Fred's an idiot. I just hope I'm in the right track here. God, this whole time travel thing is making my head hurt. It's almost as if Square Enix has already tackled time travel in the past, in perhaps another property that's also connected to this one because of that one Dream Drop Distance game. Yeah, don't Square Enix plus time travel equal headache. That's the moral of the story. And all for a stupid pin, too. I mean, what the hell's an elegant strategy anyways? Actually, what is it anyway? Let's see. Looks like it started off as a mobile game. Its charming cast of characters captured the hearts of players' worlds. So it's basically some flashy dating sim. So gotcha. More gotcha. This game really wants me to bring up the animation, huh, again?
I do not want my own good.
I like Camp Lazlo. Camp Lazlo is fun. The franchise expanded to include animated adaptations, novelizations, and live-action films. So Fate Grand Order? Wait, no, it's the other way around. I think that was an anime first, and then it became a gacha game. Fancy as grows in frame as a double-edged sword, through the air with its acclaim. The lament of the shortage of Ez merch due to increased demand. So what Pokemon cards? Got it, Chuck. Or rather, actually, no, it's Wave 1 Disney Infinity. And then therefore it's going to crash burn by the time Wave 2 hits. Because they made too many. So getting our hands on that pin is gonna be tough. No, we just gotta order it on eBay. But then again, scalpers. Yes, scalpers. I don't know how I did it, but I managed to turn back time. And if I don't take advantage of this opportunity, then things will just end up as same as before. I may not know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. One way or another, that pin's gonna be ours. Oh. Okay. We're still full, apparently. Use the Elstra pin to change our fate. Some real, ghost trick the Phantom Detective, right here. I think they learned a lesson that games being too easy is bad, but no, they did not. Actually, speaking of easy, I was playing the base PSO2 earlier, well, a while back, and then they had this one evil boss dude, basically about to end the world. I couldn't figure out how to beat it on hard mode. I'll evolve this. I couldn't figure out how to beat it on hard mode, so you switched to easy mode. And guess what happens? If you guessed anything other than I literally one-shot the boss, then you would be wrong. Because I one-shot the boss. Because I am literally loaded. Well, okay, I'm not loaded anymore. But I probably will be loaded in the future because that's the kind of player I am. I literally grind everything and anything. Which is why I could never get very far in the first time I played Kingdom Hearts because the enemies just keep respawning. Also, 7-year-olds aren't that good at action RPGs, especially complicated action RPGs. So, is this line for that exclusive pin? Must be, side says this is where you hand in your voucher. This is it. Elegant strategy. Oh man, looks like we had a luck. Wait, seriously? 100% says they're handing out vouchers at Hachiko Cafe. Wait, isn't that the promo dealio we were talking about before? Yeah, there's so much buzz, it's probably sold out. Right, too late. Man, what a bummer. If only we had the ability to travel back in time, just like that Minato boy, who sometimes takes off his shirt. It's more than just a bummer. I have to get my hands on that voucher. Maybe I can try turning back time to when we arrived at the crossing. Stranger frame. Press your Y button to replay Psych window. Where we're going, we don't need windows. It's 13 o'clock, even though it only goes up to 12. Because someone doesn't know how to count. That was a close call. Yeah, those losers almost took every seat in the cafe. Anyway, we got our vouchers, and that's all that matters. Okay, this is right before we head to Central Street. Seriously though, they're just lounging around like their own place. Were they like tourists or something? Actually, I'm gonna call it now. They're probably other players. So, we should be able to get one of those vouchers. As long as we line up to get into the cafe like those two did.
Lindo!
You sleep at the wheel there, buddy. Come on, let's head to Center Street. I'm gonna tell you right now. The more we travel back in time, the more we use this power, the more loopholes in the story there's going to be. Yeah. Like, for example, we could travel back in time to yesterday before our pin got jacked by that lady. And then we wouldn't even be in this situation to begin with. Or we could travel back in time to before we even started this game, and then we wouldn't be anime protagonists. Hey, so... Yeah? Remember when those two girls we heard talking about that pin before? Sure do. They actually just passed right by us. Ugh, fancy that. And I heard them saying they're glad they lined up at Hachiko Cafe. Okay. So I was thinking, like, maybe we should go there too. Or instead of tricking the idiot, we could just tell him that we have the power to travel through time. Because he has the power to jog people's memories, and we're literally shooting fire out of our hands to kill monsters. So traveling back in time isn't that far-fetched. Because we could just tell him.
Nande?
Okay, now you lost me. Well, you see, we need a voucher to get to the cafe to get that pin you heard about. But there are only so many to go around, so the less competition we have, the better. And hey, if we do get our hands on one of those vouchers, maybe we'll run into the other player. You know? Well, World of Warcraft. That speech gave me chills. Your enthusiasm contagious. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm in. By the way, have you played Final Fantasy XIII by Square Enix, produced by... I actually don't know who the producer is. Have you played the... No. I play Phantasy Star Online too. Because I don't want to keep track of million bajillion cooldown timer. Great. Let's head up by lining up at Hachiko Cafe. Whatever you say, buddy. It's only 11:40 o'clock this time instead of 13 o'clock because someone doesn't know how to count. Are these players still here? No, the players are not here. You can't talk to this guy either. Oh, the players are inside. It's the Power Rangers. Wait, it says the promotional menu is sold out. That big group must have snagged the last vouchers. Guess they beat us to the punch. Bummer. Well, good thing we don't need those vouchers to actually meet that new player. That'd be real crazy coincidence, huh, right? So what do we do now? Looks like I'll even have to go even further back in time and get in line before them. Let's wake up at 3 in the morning. Thin out the line before the cafe opens. So this is Square Enix saying that it's like encouraging the player to that waiting in line to get stuff is good. Yeah, let's beat the scalpers! It's the Power Rangers. Whoa, we're getting loaded of this line. All these people in this place isn't even open yet. Dang. This is right before we went into 104. Time to think of a way to thin out this line. Let's make everyone have to go to the bathroom.
Nah.
What do you say? Do you want to check it out? Let's go. Yeah, you're right. What if us call your name?
Yeah.
I was talking about the cafe. For real? I mean, we can, but why? It's not like these pins has anything to do with meeting that new player. How am I gonna explain this one? You could literally tell him. You've probably known him for a while now. You can probably tell him. You haven't talked with Canon yet in this timeline. I was just thinking. Players like us are stuck here in the UG, right? That limits the places we can go. Maybe the player is looking for is in that cafe.
What?
Okay, wait. What do you mean limits the places we can go? Shoot, this is what before we learn how shopping works.
Yeah.
That's Jeez, were you even listening to what that Reaper told us earlier? I mean, this is a legitimate strategy. Basically tell him we're telling Fret that he's stupid. And then it works because he is. We can only go to stores marked for Reaper sticker. Right, which means the player we're looking for is probably in one of those shops, just like you said. And in the meantime, annoying dude just comes up earlier, or later, and he's like, by the way, I forgot to tell you how shops work. And then Fred's like, yeah, you're stupid, you already told us. But dude, you're so smart, it scares me sometimes. I mean, it's not like you have the power to travel through time. That would make your smartness way lamer.
Oh.
This certainly defies all probability. Yes, that's right, I'm still here. This kid might be something special if he's already factored them into the equation. He's either really smart, or he has the power to travel through time. If he's able to travel through time, it makes looking smart looks really dumb.